Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing really well. This week I'm uploading 3 different empties videos. I've categorized all the empties from the last couple of months since my last empties video, and I've got so many products that I've used up. I've got beauty category, I've got a hair care category, as well as like a home fragrancy body care, kind of like the miscellaneous bits that I also finish off but don't determine their own category. So yeah, today we're going to start off with beauty, I think, and then tomorrow we will have a hair care video, and then there will also be a homeware and the other bits as well. So if you love empties videos, this channel is the place to be this week. 3 separate videos detailing all of the products that I've used up. I'm so excited to share these with you, so without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Do let me know if you prefer these more kind of organized versions of empties videos, or whether you prefer it to be a little bit more random like I usually do. I love your feedback. But the first product I want to talk about, and there I've definitely used more of these, but here's just a couple of examples, are the Tatty lashes, specifically the Wispy volume. They're like semi-permanent kind of lashes that you put on. I've got them on today, where you put them under your lashes, sit them with like a bonding glue, and they last for me for a week, and then I reapply them. It takes me about 10 minutes to remove and 5 minutes to apply. It's super easy, and I just feel like it makes my morning so much easier, especially if I don't even wear makeup. It just feels like I feel and look a little bit more me and a little bit more put together with some false lashes on. So these are amazing, especially if you are a mum like me, where mornings can be really stressful. I know I've got these on already, and it just gives me a little bit of something. So the Wispy volume ones are specifically the ones that I love so much. These come in 3 different lengths. There are the 16mm, the 12mm, and the 14mm, so you can personalize your lashes to suit your needs. I typically will do a 16 at the ends, 2 or 3 14, and then a 12 in the middle, try and get that like winged effect. But sometimes I've used it where it's like mainly 14s and 12s. It depends what I've got coming up, if I want something a little bit more natural. But yeah, I've got 3 of them, but I've definitely used a lot more. One of these packs, which I normally stock up on, I get quite a few, is enough to do about 4 different eye sets, I think, with them. So really great value for money. And the Tatty lashes ones, I've tried so many on the market. These ones are one of my favorite brands that do them, and you can also get like brown ones if you want a slightly more like muted down version. They do their own bond and glue, and yeah, any kind of work really well for me. But these are the best ones for me that look quite natural. They're my favorite style. I love a wispy lash, and yeah, I really recommend these if you are looking to kind of maintain that like false lash effect but don't want to pay false lash prices. Yeah, these are amazing. I've spoken about them several times in previous videos because I just love the fact that it makes it super convenient but really accessible to have false lashes on. So still obsessed with these, and I really recommend them still, and I continue to go through them, and I've got so many still to use up as well. So next up is one of my favorite primers, especially from a more affordable space. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I forgot the name of it then, and I've used 2 of these quite recently, and I really love this. I fell in love with the kind of sticky tacky primers from the Milk one that we all know and love, but it's very expensive, and I go through this so quickly because I use it every single day. So the e.l.f. one, I find that performance wise does exactly the same thing that the Milk one does. I really like this. It really helps my makeup genuinely last longer, which is incredible because I never really found other primers worked as well for me as this. This really does enhance just the way that my makeup lasts. I'm quite oily, so I can really see a difference when I don't use it. So again, I have used these so much. I really love them. I buy them typically from either Superdrug or Boots. They're normally on some kind of offer. If I can get them for like a 3 for 2 price or something, I typically will stock up. I know I've got 2 or 3 still upstairs to use up because I just know it's my favorite. So if I can save money in the process of like bulk ordering, I do that. I'm all about saving coins. But yeah, this is an incredible makeup product that, again, I think I've spoken about before. It stood the test of time as just being a really reliable makeup primer that is the first thing I will always put on my face after kind of moisturizer and SPF and things like that. This just makes such a big difference. So if you haven't tried it, or you've managed to avoid the hype so far, really recommend giving this a go. So next up, we have got 2 different setting sprays, one of which is my absolute favorite. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I've seen a few people online talk talk about the fact that they don't think this actually works very well for them, which is such a shame, because for me this is just such an amazing, reliable setting spray. It's typically one that I would kind of reserve for more special occasions, or if I want my makeup to last more than usual. So I don't normally use this on like a typical work day or anything like that, because it's too nice, it's too expensive to use on those occasions. But this really is one that I've had a little while longer than like other setting sprays, but it's just such a reliable product. I really like this, and I really recommend it. I don't have another one yet, but it's definitely something I need to pick up now that I'm being reminded that I've used it up, because I will really miss not having this in my collection. But the more affordable one, I mean, there's a little bit left in here, but I don't know if you can see, there's like things floating in the bottom, so it's a no from me. But this one is the Makeup Revolution Calming Makeup Fixing Spray, and this basically had like a CBD style. It's kind of branded in that way, which I don't love. I don't know, I find it a bit cringy. However, when I was using this and it hadn't gone all weird, it was a good enough affordable setting spray. It definitely didn't have the lasting power that the Charlotte Tilbury one had, and I also really like the Urban Decay ones. Again, I feel that with a setting spray, the more money you pay typically, the better performance I get. So if you do have any like affordable setting spray recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Go over everything with a makeup sponge just to make sure it's really melted into my face, and it definitely helped versus not using a setting spray, but definitely not my favourite, and not one I would pick up, especially as how weird it's gone. It's just, yeah, it's not for me. And I don't typically buy Makeup Revolution products anymore, but this was one that is probably a little bit too old, hence why it's gone a little bit weird. But yeah, it kind of did the job when I needed it to do something. So next up, we've got two concealers, and I am making a real conscious effort both last year and this year to just use products up. I am over the kind of overconsumption of buying makeup products. I've been there, I've done it, and I had to purge so many things because they were either too old, expired, or I just had too much of it. And I'm one person, like, I've got one face, I don't need that many products. So in a bid to just try and be a little bit more mindful about what I'm buying and what I'm using and make sure things don't go to waste, I have just been on a real effort to try and use things up completely. And so surprisingly, I've only used two concealers in this time, but it's also probably not very surprising because concealers can last a really long time. So the first one is a Collection Lasting Perfection. You guys know the drill with this. I've spoken about it so many times, and I just really rate the reliability of this product, and it's one that I typically go back to quite often from an affordable concealer point of view. There's lots of really great concealers on the market. I don't necessarily feel like I need to pay more for a better experience. However, this is one that is just a ride or die, always great, so reliable, and I don't find it creases or anything on my face. So for that reason, I really like it. And so I've used this one up completely, and I think I've still got another one upstairs, but I think that is probably it. And then I've got some other concealers that I picked up along the way. So I've got loads to use up before I think about repurchasing anything. And this one, although this is called a low lighter, I use this mainly as a concealer when I had more tan. This was from Gradual, and I believe last year or even the year before, I can't remember what year it was, I did a like makeup favourites of the year, and this featured in it. And so this has lasted so long. I don't even know if there's like even a tiny bit. Yeah, there is a little bit. So you can see at the moment it's a bit too dark for me. Well, I've got no fake tan on, but this for me was a really lovely, I use it mainly as a concealer when I had a tan, because it just brought some brightness under my eyes, and it really enhanced the way that I looked and helped me not look so tired when my child doesn't sleep through the night still. So this was incredible. I really rated this. I really enjoyed using this. It was a fantastic product, and I've not really tried much from Gradual either, so it's definitely been a really great introduction to the brand. So if you have any recommendations again from their kind of product range that you think, if I've really liked this, what one I should use next. I know they have like a banana low lighter as well, but I would presume it's a little bit too dark for me when I don't have a tan, and I feel like I'd probably gravitate towards buying something like this again if I felt the need when I've got a little bit more tan and no other products are kind of doing what I need this to do. So yeah, this was an incredible one. I really enjoyed using this. But yeah, two concealers that I've used since my last Empties video, and I feel like that feels quite right. you know, I might have before dipped a little bit into this concealer, and used maybe lots in quick succession, but that's because I had so many products. I think before I had about 15 to 20 concealers at one time in my collection. It's just unnecessary. So yeah, I'm trying to be so much more mindful and just really like streamline my makeup collection. But yeah, these both had different purposes but kind of did the same thing, and I really enjoyed them. So next up is a cleansing balm that I am typically an Elemis girl. I love a Pro Collagen Elemis cleansing balm. It's just my favorite way to just melt off my makeup, and I love the smell and everything like that. However, it just feels so expensive when I can't get it on some kind of offer or deal. I don't really want to drop like £49 a time. So again, kind of looking at what I had in my collection and what I could use up, I rediscovered this Palmer's coconut oil, basically their cleansing balm they're offering in this space, and this was really nice. So it was a 64-gram pot, and I actually really like this. I'm a huge fan of coconut oil anyway. Palmer's products again have been a bit of a legacy brand in my collection for a really long time, so I have really enjoyed using their products. I don't think this would be something I'd repurchase because again, I just love Elemis so much, and so I'm about to buy it again. I like know that I'm about to buy it again because I really do miss it, and it's such a luxurious feeling at the end of the day. However, this definitely did the trick in terms of lifting all of my makeup off because it was slightly more oil based. It felt like it left my skin a little bit more kind of oily and greasier after, which I didn't like as much compared to using, you know, my favorite kind of cleansing balms. However, this did a really good job of just making sure everything was off my face, and my face felt really clean after as well. So that feels like a really great success, and again, I imagine that this would be so much more affordable compared to, you know, my favorite, the Elemis one. So yeah, it was a really good one. I think if you like products like this, and you will probably love it. For me, it just wasn't a favorite because I have favorites in this space. So yeah, it was a great one to use up. Again, it just trying to be mindful and use up what I have. It was one of those, it was good to just kind of use it all up and give it a go. If there's any affordable cleansing balms that you use and really do rate, let me know because I would love to try them. I really like the Body Shop one, actually thinking about it. They did a really nice one, so I might have to repurchase that one soon too. But yeah, any recommendations, drop them down below. I am all ears. So next of all, I have two Garnier summer bodies, so much so that they have had a bit of a rebrand. This is how often I repurchase the products. I love them so much. This is how I fake tan. I'm generally quite a pale person anyway, so I don't need a really heavy deep dark tan, but these ones I find really convenient. It's so easy to put on after a shower. I like the color it goes on my skin tone, and yeah, I've used them for a really long time, so that's almost a testament to how much I love the product and the brand. But these are two different shades. One is deep, so this one is a deep shade, this one is light. I decided to give the light ones a try just because sometimes I do find the deep ones, when I first put them on the next day, it looks a little too orangey on my skin tone because I am that much paler usually. So I picked up the light one just when I want a bit of colour but I don't want the intensity of a deep one. But both of them work really well. Again, I have a mixture of both still to use, and I don't think when they all run out I would buy one over the other. I think I would continue to have a mix because it might be that I've got more of a party occasion or something coming up where I want a darker tan, so I can schedule in having it on for like 2 or 3 days before that event. So yeah, I really like both of them. They work really well, just really help to elevate how I feel as well. I think especially when I have a tan on, it's not just how I look, but I also just makes me feel a little bit more confident. So yeah, I typically normally, as part of like my Sunday like routine, is I normally put these on and it lasts again for the whole week. So really reliable, really love it. Such an original like product that I've continued to use all of this time, and I really rate it. They're super affordable and last a really long time, and I've continued to use them for ages. So if that's not dedication to how much I love a product, then I don't know what is. But yeah, if you are looking for just a really affordable tan, something like a Gradual tan just makes it so easy, especially if you're a mum and don't have time for the put on, the leave in, the shower and all of that kind of the admin of tanning. Makes it so convenient. So that's it for all of my empties from a beauty point of view. So I hope that you've enjoyed diving into the products that I've used in kind of this space. Don't forget to check out the video tomorrow where I'm going to be sharing all of my hair care empties, where there's a lot more of those compared to beauty, and then also kind of like home fragrance, like perfume, body care, kind of bath, shower, all of those things as well will be the day after. So lots of videos for you to kind of watch and enjoy if you enjoy empties. But that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below if you prefer this more organized version of empties, or if you do prefer something a little bit more random as I pull them out. But yeah, that's everything from me, and I'll speak to you guys super soon. Bye.